58 Keys is for writers like you and me who use Macs and iPhones and iPads. So let me just say, hello, I'm William Gallagher. And if I'm always going to ask you to subscribe, because actually it helps me hugely, this time I particularly want you to subscribe because this edition is part of a short special series on making ebooks in many different ways. Last time we did the cheapest way to make an ebook. Next time we'll do the most complicated way, and I promise you it's a good thing, because as with great complexity comes brilliant flexibility. And all of these ebook episodes are in a playlist on this 58 Keys channel, which includes this one, the middle one, where you and I want to do really good ebooks, but we'd like to do them quickly, please. This is the fastest way I know to make an ebook on a Mac. It costs more than making pages, than just using pages though. Enough so that if you are only ever going to make one ebook in your entire writing career, I don't think this is worth it. The thing is that whether it's worth it or not, once you've seen it, you're going to want to use it. This 58 Keys on ebooks is all about using an utterly beautiful app called Vellum. Two things right off the bat. I am going to keep you waiting for the price of Vellum, and it is partly to build up some suspense, but really I want you to see what this app can do, then judge what it's worth to you. The other thing though is this, Vellum is specifically for Macs. You can't run Vellum on iPads or iPhones. What you can do with those devices though is you can read the ebook at the end. You can make an ebook and read them on those devices. And of course you can write and prepare your text on those. Just as with Pages last time and the more powerful software in the next 58 Keys though, the process of making an ebook, it's always the same. What difference is the tools and the detail and actually how long each step takes. That's what changes. Step one is of course, write the book. Step two is always design the ebook. Make some decisions about how you want it to look, which includes a cover. Step three is then producing the ebook, which is clicking or tapping the right buttons. I did say in the last edition that there's optionally a further step, which is to then take that finished book and put it on sale through Amazon and Apple and others. And what I said last time was that I was intending to concentrate on the software, this part, the apps you use at this stage, but let me know if you wanted to see the next bit. And you said in the comments, you did. This is therefore the middle episode of 3 58 Keys specials, but it's now going to be followed by a fourth special, which is all about how you take this ebook and get it on sale. But that's in the future. Right now, for this one, here's Vellum. Vellum it's just a gorgeous app. I think it's just simply beautifully made, and it is used for both ebooks and print ones, or both at the same time actually. We're not looking at print yet, but every bit you see here will apply to print books too. There's just a bit more to it afterwards, starting with importing the Word document, and that's our ebook pretty much. We have some things to do, but that is already an ebook. And you see the panel to the right? That's a preview of how this ebook will look on a Kindle Fire tablet. And you can change that preview to show you other Kindles or iPads or iPhones or Nooks or print books. Here you see also each section of the Word format document has become a chapter in the book. I just want to give the book a title and sort out some other details, such as I said actually that each section of the Word document has automatically become a chapter, but actually looking at it, I don't really like quite how that's done. I'd rather have a chapter title than just chapter 1, chapter 2, and so on. Here I can change that. I should say I wouldn't usually put my name in the chapter heading. That seems suddenly really egotistical doing it in front of you. This particular ebook, this project, it's a series of stories by different writers. Actually, the same story continued by different writers, and I want their names to appear on the contents page. Just delete that now, duplicate information, and I'll speed this up. I'll work through the rest of the chapters. Right, that's all done. Next, I said you should prepare all of your text before you put it into Vellum or really any other system at all. But you've just seen me make some edits, haven't you, right there in Vellum? And as I said, I thought I have decided this book needs a bit of an explanation. I ought to go back to pages where I wrote the rest of it and write it there, but I'm not going to. We're in Vellum. Let's just do it here. So that means add a chapter. Move it to the beginning. Notice, by the way, how all the chapters are automatically numbered in Vellum. I don't want that for the introduction somehow. It just feels weird having chapter 1, introduction. I have no idea why, but it does. So I can click here and turn off the numbering for the introduction. Everything else, all the other chapter numbers, all the other chapters, they keep their numbers from 1 onwards. That's what I want. Now, give me a sec to write the introduction. One very important thing to say, I think, is that I'm actually using all of the default settings in Vellum, partly because it's easy to show you that, but mostly because I really like them. Vellum, it doesn't come with very many layouts and different designs and formats, but it comes with a few, and each has several parts that you can twiddle slightly. The thing is, all of them are just gorgeously designed. I've maybe used 3 different formats and variations in Vellum of these, but I keep coming back to these defaults because, you know, I'm not kidding, I love them. I'm less keen on the covers, but that's not Vellum's fault, that's my lack of artistry. Still, we have to have one of those. I know I've said this to you already, I'm not selling this particular ebook, but still a cover's important. So we need a good image, you need the rights to use it, and you need it to be the correct size. Now, speaking of correct size, click on that question mark next to select a cover, and it opens a help page on Vellum which lists recommended sizes for images on covers. It isn't one answer because you could do a print book as well. You might want a bigger one for print. It'll give you the details there. Okay, well, all right, let's admit this. Remember I said this ebook is real, that it came out of a workshop? My first thought was, I'm going to be clever, go back to the workshop organizer's website, borrow the image they used, whack it into Vellum or Pixelmator, something like that, fiddle about, and it looked awful. It's great on the organizer's website, it's just looked rubbish on the cover. I mean, see for yourself. Yeah, I've got to live with the guilt on this for a little bit. Let's drag that into Vellum as it is. I will leave that as the cover while we go through a few more steps and then I'll fix it. Having got a cover, if only in name, then we do this. Save the Vellum document and we go to click on generate. This is where money comes in. Everything you've seen so far is free. You can just try all of this out, any combination you like. But to then actually make the ebook in Vellum, that's the point when you have to pay. At least once. You remember I said you had to be doing more than a few of these to be worth it. To be able to produce an ebook, it costs in Vellum, it costs $200. And that's definitely not worth it, I mean, for this ebook, which is going to a dozen people at the absolute most, and I'm not selling it to them either. But when you're doing several ebooks and or you're selling them, well, it's still not a casual cost, but it becomes more and more worth it as you do more. It gives you the speed that you're seeing here, gives you a consistent look, gives you a gorgeous look, and it makes it so quick and easy. I utterly love Vellum. I should say, just for clarity, when I say doing more than one ebook, I can make one ebook like this and sell it, if I like, 1,000 times. That'd be nice. It's still one ebook. With Vellum, what I can do is make 1,000 different ebooks and sell them all, and I will never have to pay Vellum anything extra. That $200 lets you make as many different ebooks as you like for as long as you like. And actually, if you go a little further and instead buy the $250 version, where you get the same, as many ebooks as you like forever, but also as many print books as you want forever. The $250 version, I think, is the most worthwhile one overall if you're doing all of this. But again, you've got to be doing more than one 20-page book for a workshop for it to be worthwhile doing. When it is worthwhile doing and you've paid, then you can click on this generate button. Loved it. Could not be simpler. You click on, that's a rash thing to say, isn't it? Everybody says that to you, usually trying to sell you something. I suppose I would like you to buy Vellum, but only if it's worth it to you. Click on generate. All you have to do to make an ebook is click that one button, and then answer some questions. It asks where you want to save it on your Mac. It asks you what type of ebook you want to do. I tend to do them all. Just click everything, let it create the lot, and use them as I need later. If you have no preference, if you don't know what you want, just select the Kindle one, because that's an EPUB format and it works in most places for most people on most devices. If you're going to sell, as we're going to come to the selling bit in the fourth of these specials. If you are going to sell your ebook on the various different stores, let Vellum make all of the different versions so that they're ready when the stores say what they want. And here it is. Here is my ebook on my iPhone with a better cover. Just could not leave you with that last one. It's so dreadful. So actually, as I showed you in the Pages edition, do see the playlist for that one and the others. I sat at this desk. I crumpled up some paper. I photographed it. I used an image app called Pixelmator Pro to, edit it, crop it, and all that stuff. Same photo, same image, same size. I did it once in Pages, then I used it again here in Vellum, and we will next time too. Now, you saw how I did speed up a bit, and I kind of hurried every now and again to save you the clunky stuff. Even I didn't take you through all the steps of the covers. This is the second 58 Keys episode about ebooks, and while I'm still quite sure I was right to begin by showing you the Pages one, what you just saw is actually what I did first. Because I have a real project, I have a real need, and I used Vellum. I did the book that you've seen. I've now actually sent it out to the attendees. I could do that because I already had Vellum. I haven't used it for a couple of years, but the license remains. You get it once, you pay once, it lasts forever. So having Vellum and now having this need to make an ebook, I timed myself. In real time, nothing speeded up. It took me 18 minutes to go from, I should use Vellum, to opening it, finishing the book, emailing it to the attendees, and I'm including how long it took me to do that new cover. 18 minutes, start to finish. So true, Vellum is the fastest and the easiest way to make ebooks on a Mac. Notice though that even at that speed, it's prepare the text, design the book, pick a cover. These are the same stages every time, and they'll be the same stages in the next episode of 58 Keys, where we go through doing this with far, far more control and far, far more options, because we're going to be using two publishing tools, one of which is the same one that large-scale publishers use all the time, and the other is one that they could. Do keep in mind that all of these ebook specials are in that playlist that I keep telling you about. I hope you refer back to them. That's really why they're there. As you get to each stage in your own ebook or print book, I'd be really glad if you could look back and check details. And do subscribe too. Subscribing, and I love the comments that you asked about the Amazon stuff. That's great. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you soon.